Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Wisdom and Light here, and we are here with a pick a card reading. This was highly requested from all of you actually, and I am super excited to be tapping in and seeing the messages that are coming in for us collectively. This is going to be a comforting message that you need to hear from Spirit. And we have 3 piles. We have group 1, group 2, and group 3. I also have some crystals if you need more help choosing a group. I don't have my singing bowl because I can't really find the other piece that's attached to it, so I'm just gonna order another one so I can have my singing bowls to help you guys choose a group. But for right now, we just have crystals and that's it. So the first group is the clear quartz. This is a Tibetan clear quartz. There's a lot of rainbows in here, and if you know anything about clear quartz amplifies everything that it touches, and it's the ultimate healer. It is a crystal that everyone should have in their collection. Clear quartz is a must. If you don't have anything, clear quartz is the way to go. The next crystal that's showing up is the moonstone, and this is group number 2, shaped in a heart. I hope you guys can see the blue. So this is moonstone. And the last group, something special, something unique, the flower agate unicorn. I mean, come on, this is adorable. So these are the 3 crystals that you guys can choose from. You can definitely choose more than one group. Definitely resonate with more than one crystal. There's probably a message for you in each group, but go with what is speaking to you. So feel free to pause this video, take 3 deep breaths and center yourself, and that is going to help you pick a group. Alrighty, so let's get started. Let's jump in. Let's start with group number 1. Alrighty, so if you chose group number 1, you chose the Tibetan clear quartz, okay? And if you chose clear quartz, then this is letting me know that you want to cleanse and purge and free yourself of things that are no longer serving you. So let's see what comforting message that Spirit has to say. We have a couple of oracle cards, and then I'm going to shuffle some angel tarot cards, and then we're going to go from there. So the first message, what is your flower that the universe is giving you? You received the sunflower. So group number 1, you got the sunflower, and your flower message is saying simply smile and notice the profound healing and difference that it makes. Sunflowers is also connected with Oshun energy, so you may be an Oshun baby, you may resonate with Oshun, or you just love the color yellow, or this is also just a friendly reminder to work with your solar plexus because the color yellow is all about optimism and happiness. So if this is showing up, group number 1, maybe you haven't been smiling as much as you should. And this is a comforting message from Spirit that the divine does want you to smile again, but I just heard intuitively, what is there to smile about? So, okay, let's see what's going on with group number 1. We have disruption that shows up for group number 1, but it's reversed. I'm also sensing that this is a group that doesn't articulate and share what they're dealing with and what they're going through. I feel like you guys are just processing some things that's happening in your life. Everyone's story is different. This is a general collective reading, and I do feel like group number 1, the fact that you picked the clear quartz, and there is a heaviness that's happening with you, and you're also not speaking about whatever that this is. It's starting to weigh you down, group number 1. It's starting to convince you that things are not going to improve, or things are not going to get better, and things are not going to change. The divine is cautioning you to please be mindful of these thoughts because they don't want you, well, God doesn't want you to collect of that beautiful energy that is governing us and guiding us as we go through this life. They don't want you to, I keep saying they because I feel ancestor energy. I feel ancestral energy here too. So some of you could also be grieving someone as well. You are not supposed to stay in this space of turmoil and pain, group number 1. So if you can, I want you to just wrap your arms around you and please give yourself a hug. There is something going on with group number 1. And then we have transformation. Now, whatever that took place for you, I do feel that it made you grow up, or it made you recognize that there is a childhood trauma that maybe you are still dealing with, that you're still facing, that you're still accepting that, you know what, maybe I'm not over it, or you know what, maybe this shook me up more than I thought it would, right? And I feel that a lot of you are evolving, a lot of you are changing, and a situation took place that gave you no choice but to transform. And sometimes what transformation is extremely uncomfortable, what Spirit is showing me is the caterpillar entering in a cocoon phase, but no one really talks about that in between of the caterpillar turning into a butterfly, but it's not really a butterfly and it's still in that cocoon. And I'm sure, yes, the caterpillar knows that it's transforming for the better, but maybe that pain, maybe that process in itself is painful, right? So this is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. A lot of you are in your cocoon phase, and this part of your journey is the part that kind of, it can be a little bit uncomfortable. It can make you feel like, oh my God, like make it stop. It's kind of like a good example of this is going to the gym and working out every day. Your muscles hurt, you're tired, you're just over it. But you know that the more you do this daily, the more you're going to see results and the more you're going to have the best health to really help you go through life and feel great and look your best. That's the vibe that I'm getting. I feel like you guys are in that space of, I want better, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. And your guides are, you're being asked to believe in yourself, group number 1. Okay. The intuition card is also showing up, followed by memories of love. I feel like some of you guys are grieving something. Disconnect and boredom, reverse. And a health oracle. I want to pull a health card for you guys. I have a health card for each group, but this is group number 1. And your health card is meditation. Okay. Dear Archangel Michael, please meditate with me and guide me, my mind and body to focus on peace, health, and wellness. Okay, so let's start focusing more on... So let's get into the good news. I already see that, you know what, it's been... I get it, right? I'm not about to sit here and say, be optimistic. I hear you, group number 1. It's kind of like, yo, I am tired. Group number 1 is exhausted. Group number 1 is like, why do I have to do this? Group number 1 is just kind of like, why? Or I am tired, when does it end? Or when can I stop running? Because you ever ran for a very long time and you want to stop, but you can't because you're trying to reach a goal? It's kind of like, I keep using a workout reference, so maybe a lot of you do need to work out. Not because you have to lose weight or anything or whatever, but it's just to kind of shake off this heaviness that I feel in group number 1. That's definitely something that's going on here. Now, I want to share some more messages that I am seeing for group number 1. So when I see the disruption card, right, for me, like I said, there is something going on where maybe you guys are not sharing what is happening or how it's making you feel. And all of this is very inward. All of this is very, I don't know who to talk to. So for my group number 1s, a comforting message is, this is not going to be a forever thing. You're actually reaching the end of a very harsh cycle. And you can expect beautiful things to be coming your way. But I really do encourage you guys to, I don't want to say be optimistic, because even as I say that, I can feel some of you get annoyed because maybe people have been saying that, and maybe that can sound like it's being completely dismissive of what you're facing, what you're dealing with, and how all of this looks. And granted, you have the smile card here, so the divine is saying, yeah, be optimistic. But for me, I'm not going to say that personally, because I think all of us knows what it feels like to deal with so much. And when people say move past it, get over it, it's just, what? I get it. So what I want to say to each and every one of you that chose this group is that I hear you, I understand what's happening and how this looks, or what took place and how it made you feel, and all of the in-betweens. But this is a part of your story. This is a part of your testimony. This is a part of your journey. As annoying as it is, it is. And one day you will be able to tell this part of your story and give wisdom to someone else. right? Or you're going to be able to tell your story, and how you overcame it is going to tell you how strong you are, how far you've come, how much you've grown. And you're not going to see it now, I get it, but this is actually also straightening your intuition. This feels like initiation. This feels like you can no longer do the things you were doing before because you don't have the space to anymore. I really feel like this is the group that had to grow up very fast, or this is the group that's growing up right now, or this is the group where maybe some of you are the oldest sibling, right? I feel a lot of firstborn babies here, like the oldest, so a lot is put on you, a lot of pressure is put on you. If you're not the oldest, you could feel like you are financially responsible, or you are responsible for people. They count on you, they need you. A lot of you could also be caretakers, a lot of you could work in the medical field, a lot of you can do a lot of counseling, a lot of you could be intuitives yourselves, because there's a lot of empaths here. But a lot of you could also work in law enforcement too. I just feel like you guys are definitely the soldiers here. And you guys are also the healers. And you guys are the matriarchs and the patriarchs of your family. Or you will become that in a few or couple years, depending on everyone's story. Everyone's story is different. I just feel that the divine is saying, but it gets better. I know, but granted, I removed this out of your life for a reason. Or this took place because it was time, and it has nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. For a lot of you, right? That's something that I do feel here. But I do sense that group number one, some of you guys are grieving, especially with memories of love. This doesn't mean that someone had to have crossed over, but the fact that I felt a lot of ancestral energy here, I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be shocked if you are grieving and dealing with something that was hard, or you're letting go of something. But memories of love is also saying keep because something that's coming through that I'm picking up on from your guides and from your ancestors, group number one, is that you're so hurt by what took place, or you're focused on the last time you saw me, or you're focused on that moment. What about all of the good? Or what about all of the good times? What about how far you have come? There's a takeaway from this, even though something was taken from you. There's a blessing here. There's a rebirth here. There's a fresh beginning. Some of you are going to be giving some of you are going to be given something extremely precious, actually. So it's almost like we removed this out of your life. We have taken this away from you, or this had to come to an end, or it's reached its conclusion, because we are making space for what is coming. We are making space for that. We're making space. What are we making space for? Spirit is showing me a baby. Now, babies doesn't have to mean all of you are getting pregnant. No. But whenever I see a baby intuitively in readings, that doesn't have to mean you're about to give birth. But this does mean that something new is coming in, and you have to protect it. You have to take care of this. And this is also another message of remember to take care of you. Remember to honor you. Remember to hug you. Remember to love on you. Some of you are also disconnecting yourself from people, or disconnecting yourself from expectations that you may have in your love life. Granted, this isn't a love pick a card reading, but this is kind of tying in your love life a little bit. This is not going to be a forever thing. This will resolve itself. The divine removed you to protect you, and you should be expecting a conclusion, mending of hearts and confessions, and you should be getting an answer actually by the month of March, from what I'm feeling, or whenever that you receive this reading, because this reading is timeless. I'm filming this reading January 2023. So let's say you find this reading and you're watching this in October. In 3 months from the date that you're watching this, you will be getting clarity, an answer, and something is going to be closing for you, but it's a good thing. It's completing something. It's the ending of something. I really encourage group number 1. You guys should definitely get some spiritual baths and doing something where you're cleansing yourself. If you have access to go to the beach or a river, please go do that, because I love a good spiritual bath with all the herbs and everything, but for me there is nothing like the ocean and natural water, natural running water in nature. There is just something about it. But let's say you live in the city and you don't have access to that. You can collect rainwater and you can add clary sage or lavender or roses, right? You can add those flowers and just let it just sit and collect. If it's going to rain, if you don't know when it's going to rain, I highly recommend spring water. And if you could please put the bowl in glass, that's a little bit more eco-friendly. If you have like a water filter, you can just pour, like, you know what to do. Do what you can and make it work. You can also add a little bit of sea salt or Epsom salt, and what you want to do with this water is you're just going to pour this over you and say a blessing and say a prayer to yourself. It's best to put it on top of your head and let it run down in the shower. That way you are cleansing your crown chakra, because you collect the most energy in your crown and it starts to trickle down through all of the rest of your chakras. So this is a great way to just kind of purge and cleanse away. Let's say you don't want to do all of that. You can also set the intention for your shower to cleanse and remove all that's no longer serving you by saying a silent prayer to yourself. A lot of you do need cleansing. If I have any spiritual baths in my apothecary, definitely get one. Or when I open my apothecary again, you guys should definitely get one when I have them available. But for right now, do exactly what you can. Do what's going to help you feel better. Okay? Spirit is calling on a lot of you to please rest. Some of you guys are not sleeping. Okay, so show me some tarot messages. What can group number 1 look forward to? What can group number 1 look forward to? We have the Ace of Cups. You can expect falling in love. You can expect a resurgence of a relationship. You can expect spiritual growth, and you can expect even a new environment is showing up with the Ace of Cups. I feel that for you guys. So Spirit is saying, I know it's been tough, but you're at the end of the road. You're at the end of the road, meaning this is done. You will not go through this again, especially because you know what it's like. I just don't see you guys putting yourself through that, right? We have the King of Cups. What is promised to group number 1 is true love. For real, for real. And then we have the Three of Cups. Okay? Spirit is calling on you to open your heart and mind to those around you and to trust that things are going to be moving in your favor. You may also be hearing words of encouragement and good advice from someone that you love and care about. There's a connection that's going to be deepening for you guys if you guys are open to it. And then you guys also got the Three of Water, which is the Three of Cups. All of your cards are water. I would not be shocked if this group is a whole bunch of Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios. Wouldn't be shocked if you have that also in your big 3. Wouldn't be shocked if there's a lot of water signs here. And I kept picking up on water. The fact that I said to go by a river and go cleanse yourself or go to the ocean, or, you know, making the intention for your shower to be good. Also, Spirit's telling me a lot of you guys need to change your shower head and get filtered shower heads. They have a few of them on Amazon. Make sure you're doing research on it, because not all of them are actually filtering those waters. So make sure you're doing your research, but look into filtered shower heads. Hard water is not good for the skin. It may have metal and things of that sort, and is actually affecting your auric energy. So just keep that in mind, because I feel that group number 1, you guys are very sensitive and you guys absorb a lot. But with the Three of Water, as in the Three of Cups, a celebration, graduation, a completion. I feel pregnancy for group number 1 as well. It just feels like everything that I've been through, all that I had to face, I'm coming to this conclusion and I feel good about it. So group number 1s, I'm giving you guys a big hug virtually. And I'm sending you guys so much love. If you chose this group, if you chose this crystal, and this is like one of my favorite crystals, I love clear quartz. If you chose this, I highly recommend look into owning some clear quartz, hold clear quartz, and just work with this energy. You guys would do well with a Reiki cleansing too. So thank you guys so much for choosing this group. Leave a comment down below if this message resonated. For my group number ones, what have you been cleansing and healing from, and what are you looking forward to? Because the divine says you have a lot to be excited about. Just try to cheer yourself up. All right, guys, I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye. Hi, group number 2. So if you chose this group, this message is divinely for you. The crystal that you chose is moonstone. First of all, look at that blue. You guys chose this magical healing crystal. Oh, there's no blue back here, but there's blue right here. It's not catching. Oh, there it is. Anyway, you chose this crystal, and moonstone is very, very comforting. So I do feel like if you chose this, I feel like, I don't know why I'm hearing this, but some of you guys have a sweet tooth, eating a lot of candy or eating a lot of chocolate. Maybe you've been indulging in pastries and sweets and things of that sort. That's showing up here. If you chose moonstone, if you chose moonstone, you're also extremely intuitive, and you are very caring, and you are someone that probably values family, and you value your friendship, and you value love. So that's definitely something that I feel for you guys as well. If you chose the moonstone and it's also shaped in the heart, this could also mean to me that you are healing from something with matters of the heart, and you are healing your heart chakra. So I want to get into the message itself, and let's see what's going on. What is your flower oracle? Your flower oracle is financial healing, the yellow lily. So you guys got the yellow lily. This is the flower that showed up for you guys. So this is just a friendly reminder from your guide, a comforting message. Have no fear. Your money is going to be improving. Some of you guys have probably went through some form of a loss financially, but you will be getting back everything that you had to pay for. Your money will be doubling. So set the intention that everything that I spent, it will come back to me 2, 3, 10 times more. So we have some oracle messages, and let's start with your oracle message. But let's read this message here. It's saying your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided in every way. You have love begins. These are your oracle messages. The sun is setting, but that's okay. We have choose wisely. So far, your energy cards are green. We have mental conflict. That shows up for group number 2. Okay. We also have emotional withdrawal, but it shows up reverse. We have awareness, a comforting message for group number 2. And your health message is leave a stressful situation. And your health message right here is leave a stressful situation behind. Put that right here. Your message from the universe is sometimes the good is hidden. I'm going to read this to you guys after I'm done interpreting this and shuffling some cards for group number 2. But what I see so far for you guys is there's definitely something going on with matters of the heart. And I do feel that for group number 1, a comforting message that you can definitely hear right now and look forward to, that is in your path, that is coming in, is that everything that went wrong and everything that you had to pause on, or that you had to see and acknowledge and accept for who they are or what it is or whatever the case may be, you did that. You're moving past it, group number 1. You're doing such a great job with this, and you can expect for better friends, better connections, better financial opportunities to be coming your way, especially with love begins. Love begins can mean what is speaking to you, right? Because this is a big group and we are reading for a lot of people, everyone's story is different. But love can mean the beginning of doing what I love, or the beginning of being in love, the beginning of loving myself. Either way, the fact that it's showing up as number one, and it's the first card that did show up in your energy reading, I do feel like group number one, you are ready to fall in love again, or you're ready to love again, or you're ready to try again. And the comforting message here is, if you try again, if you move forward with this decision, you are going to be supported, so long as you keep in mind that you went through a lot, group number two, and you had to learn some major lessons that brought you to this point of, okay, I'm ready to start again. I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to start dating. I'm ready to go back to college. I'm ready to start a family. I feel like a lot of you are ready. That's the message that I'm getting for group number two. And you're ready because you have spent a very long time processing what took place. And whereas group number one, if you guys have also looked into group number one was feeling a little bit hopeless, while group number two, you guys are actually feeling hopeful. But maybe you're dealing with being indecisive at the moment, with not knowing what to do, not knowing your purpose, not knowing how you're going to go about it. And again, I feel like the biggest misconception is when it comes to being an adult, you're supposed to have all of the answers when you're a certain age. And I feel like that's the biggest lie that we can tell ourselves. Just because you're at a certain age, that doesn't mean that you know everything, and that doesn't mean that you know what's best all the time. Hence why we're learning, hence why we are always on the hunt for evolution and evolving. Well, that's the same thing, evolution, evolving, same thing. But the fact that you guys have been indecisive about maybe your career path or your love life, should I let it go? Should I stay? Should I move? Should I relocate? The comforting message here is that the decision that you make, you can't go wrong. Right? Now, again, everyone's situation is different, but the best decision needs to be for what's going to be. How is this going to make you happy? How is this going to benefit you? You have to keep that in mind. And when you factor in how is it going to benefit you, then making the decision is relatively very simple. It's very simple. But if you are choosing towards, should I stay in this, or should I keep this going, or should I not see my full potential? Should I not push myself? Should I not do it? Then that's more so a fear, which is why the mental conflict is showing up. So a good example is knowing that you want to become a certain, like knowing that you want to have a certain profession, but you're scared that when you go through schooling that you're going to fail. So you're indecisive about doing it out of fear, right? So that's just an example, but the divine is saying that whatever choice that you make is the best decision for you. And maybe you're holding yourself back because of people, or because maybe of comfort, or you just don't like change. You don't want a new beginning, because that could be scary. That could be very, very scary. It's kind of like, I live with my family, but I'm scared to move. I don't want to do that, but I know that I should, or I know that I want to, or I know that it's time. The comforting message for group number two is you can't go wrong because you are choosing what is best for yourself. The disservice is letting fear rule you, and the disservice is allowing people to coerce you or tell you what you should be doing, and then you choose what they want, but you're not choosing what you want. So I want to say for group number two, it's not just about trusting the divine, but it's definitely trusting in yourself. It's believing in you, and it's knowing that the big blessing that can come in, that's going to be hidden until it's time for it to be revealed to you. Right now, the best thing that you can do is take your time, weigh out the pros and the cons, and choose wisely. Even if it means that you have to emotionally remove yourself, that's necessary. Now, another thing I'm hearing for group number two is that making an announcement of what you're going to do, I'm guiding you guys, and I'm being called to share with you, this is not what you want. This is not a good season to be vocal or to share your big plans, to share your big moves, to share how you're going to be rebranding and focusing on yourself. This is going to be the time where you have to lock in, you have to focus, and really keep these plans to yourself. Really keep these big decisions that you're about to make to yourself. You don't need an audience. You also, I would say, yeah, go get advice, but the only advice that you need is from spirit, meaning God. There's so many names that we call God, spirit, Allah, whatever. But the only advice that you need to be getting is God's advice, spirit's advice. This reading is just confirmation for you. I'm not saying that people out there can't give you a different way of looking at things, because there's a lot of intelligent people that carry so much wisdom. But you know what? You have already spoken to all of these intelligent people. You have already consulted with so many people. You have already gotten so many readings. You have already went to so many seminars, webinars. You have already met gurus. You have already worked and did your part to ask questions, and you received answers, but there's still an indecision here. So what does that mean? It means that only you can make this decision for yourself. And the beauty about this is, the comforting message here is, you don't have to rush in making these choices, but you definitely don't want to have way too many people in your business, way too many people's hands in the pot to kind of pull and twist and turn you in different directions, and now you're even more lost and you're more scattered. This also kind of taps into, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? People can tell you, I can tell you, yeah, sure. But what is speaking to you? What is resonating with you? What is calling on you? Because it's almost like a lot of you are intuitive, but your third eye is closed. It's like you're not seeing the bigger picture yourself, but other people are seeing it for you. Or there's people that are seeing things that is probably negative, and they're speaking that into existence in your life, and you're believing it and you're running with it. So the comforting message, once again, I keep saying this, is that awareness is promised to you. Decision making is promised to you. Clarity is promised to you. Emotional understanding is promised to you. Financial freedom is promised to you. But it starts with you making a decision. It starts with you getting rid of this audience that's waiting to see what you're going to do next. It starts with that reset. All you have to do is lift up your finger and you just press the button. Press the button. That's it. And when you press that button, the divine is saying nobody's going to really, you're not going to get hurt. Yeah, like you're not going to get hurt when you press this button. There's going to be other people that may feel away, or there's going to be people that's going to fall back. They're going to feel that effect. They're going to feel, oh, group number 2, he's focused. She's focused. She hasn't complained about this, or she hasn't said this. She's quiet. Now, what I love about your reading as well is awareness is showing up. So expect your dreams to be very, very vivid during this time. And the guided message here is from Archangel Raphael, is saying, thank you for giving me the courage and the willingness to take good care of myself, including surrounding myself with healthy relationships and positive situations. The guided message is saying sometimes the good is hidden. Find the good in what they said or asked. It's always there, even if they didn't mean for it to be there. Sure, lucky yours, the universe. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. I'm going to read that again. P.S. Clues for what you want are hidden all around you. So, group number 2, what is that decision that you want to make, but you're scared of how it's going to go, or you're scared of how people are going to react? Because you have the divine's blessings to take this step. And you don't need anyone's permission, not even from me. You have the divine's full support to move in the direction you want to go in. So if that means you're moving, if that means you want to start a family, if that means you want to go back to college and finish what you didn't finish, if that means you're ready to buy a new home, you're ready to buy a new car, you're ready to move away from your family, to start your own life, to march in the beat of your own drum, if you're ready to date, if you're ready to try again, this is a comforting message saying that you can and you will, and it will work out. It will. It will. So I hope that this comforting message brought you excitement. I hope it brought you joy. I hope it brought you that, all right, I got this, because you do. You do. So that being said, group number 2, let's release the spirit of confusion. Let's release the spirit of illusions. Let's get rid of the mental war in our head and just trust in your decision. If you fail, try again. If you do it and you don't like it, do something else. But if you never try, you'll never know. So the song that I'm hearing is from Aaliyah, Try Again. That's the song that I'm hearing intuitively. And you can do it. Anyways, group number 2s, you got this. I love you guys, and we'll be back next time. Bye. All right, group number 3, if you chose the unicorn flower agate, you guys be sparkly, you guys be just good energy. If you chose this crystal, this means that you radiate joy, you are blossoming, and you want prosperity in your life and softness. The soft life is what they're saying, right? The soft life, whatever. This is the crystal that you chose, and you're a unicorn. I mean, that's magical as F. That's magical. I'm trying not to cuss because this is a cleansing, healing, comforting message that you need to hear from your spirit guides and from the divine, from spirit. So we have some oracle messages. Okay. And let's start off with your flower that the universe is giving you. Your flower is, ooh, you guys got the orchid. Your message is reach for the stars. Okay. So you guys got a magical unicorn. You guys have orchids, and it's telling you guys to reach for the stars. And again, you have a unicorn. So obviously you guys like to stand out. Obviously you guys are the Beyonce of the group, of the 3. No shade to the other groups, but if you chose group number 3, you have Beyonce energy, or you have very star-like vibes, or you could be someone that's very optimistic, or you're someone that's very kind, or you're someone that's very creative. You're innovative. You're different. I just heard non-binary. Okay. We have partnerships and alliances. That's showing up for group number 3. Yeah, I heard non-binary or transgender here. So LGBT could be here. Awesome. Giving you guys a big hug. Spiritual union is reverse. Material harvest is reverse. Heartache and loss is reverse. Harmony is reversed. Oracle message is prayer works. This is your message. Now, you know, I'm the reader, so I'm going to do something very different because I feel like this group is different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make these cards go upright. Why? Because I already know what Spirit is saying. I know I'm breaking the rules, but, you know, this is, you know, I'm just going to do it because I'm guided to. I'm guided to. Doing something a little different because Spirit said, let's make it upright. Why? Because the comforting message is saying that you are not doomed to constantly having a material drought, or constantly going through heartache and loss, and constantly going through a disharmony, and constantly going through spiritual unions that keep breaking. I feel that a lot of you guys probably felt like you were going through a string of bad luck, which is why all of your cards showed up reverse. And this is because the divine is saying this has been your mindset. And because this has been your mindset, you haven't allowed yourself to believe. You haven't allowed yourself to dream. You haven't allowed yourself to grieve, even to heal, to accept, to embrace. Right? That's what I'm gathering here. And maybe you're feeling like, how come I can't find a partner, or I can't
seem to become or to be happy in my relationships, my dynamics, my jobs. So what can I look forward to is what I'm hearing from group number 3. Even though, yes, you guys are like the Beyonce of the group, in my opinion, because you guys stand out. Some of you could have colorful hair. Some of you guys are just different. You're probably the black sheep of the family. But it's kind of like, how can I live a life that reflects who I am as a person? How can I have a career that reflects who I am as a person? The comforting message that I'm feeling for group number 3 is that, first of all, you can expect a new connection or a new relationship or a new adventure coming your way that is going to give you all that you want and all that you've been looking for. So our comforting message is telling me to tell you that partnership and good things are coming your way, that is going to be happening, that is going to be moving forward for you. Another comforting message from the divine is that whatever that is lost will be found again. Whatever that you had to step away from, that you had to remove yourself from, something or someone even better will take its place, will replace that energy of loss, okay? And whatever that you had to, because what Spirit is showing me is a garden that once had fruits, that once had beautiful plants, beautiful flowers, beautiful trees. And something happened where all of that was destroyed, or something happened where maybe someone even destroyed it. Something that was supposed to be a spiritual union, something that was supposed to bring some level of prosperity, it was taken from you, or it got destroyed, or it got moved around. Something happened in group number 3 to make you guys feel like I'm running into bad luck, or I'm running into things where, how come it's not happening for me in the way that I need it to happen? How come I'm doing all of this and I'm not getting what I deserve? So that is a vibe here. So for my group number 3, it feels like everything was taken from you out of jealousy, or because you're different, or because it was just getting too good for you. It was just getting too amazing. And then something happened to make you kind of fall flat on your face, or things kept happening to make you feel like, when is my season? Why? That's the vibe that I'm getting. So a comforting message for group number 3 is that you will be getting your lick back. I don't know what that means. That's how I heard it. But you will be getting your last say. You will be getting the last laugh. And group number 3, everything got destroyed because you are supposed to be rebuilding. You are supposed to be planting new seeds. And for some of you, the garden isn't even as destroyed as you think it is. You just have to tend to yourself. You just have to tend to it. You just have to bring it back to life. And never let the energy go like a tornado ever again. Never let that happen again. Now for group number 3, I wouldn't be shocked if some of you lost a lot of material things in a short amount of time, or some of you are focused on building for yourself. So you can expect to make it happen again. And the divine is saying that prayer really does work. If you call upon your guides to give you everything that was taken and replace it with better, that is what's going to happen. So I want to pull some more messages for group number 3. What can group number 3 look forward to? What can group number 3 look forward to? If you lost a relationship, a better relationship is coming. If you lost a job, a better job is coming. If you, the ego is here. A false sense of entrapment. Being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So this is actually the devil card. I'm just using a different deck. group number 3, remember, all of your cards did show up reverse. All of you were giving in to despair that my love life is not going to change, my relationships, my friendships, my connections, they're just going to keep holding me back, or things are not going to improve, or things are not going to get better. The comforting message is you can change your life by changing your thoughts. You can change your life by changing what you say about yourself and how you're speaking to yourself. You can change your life by who you are keeping around you, and remove the people that are pulling everything off of your garden. And you have to constantly keep replanting. You have to constantly keep, it's too much, group number 3. And again, because you guys are the Beyonce of the group, or you're the Beyonce of whatever, right? Because you see yourself, I'm talented, I know what I got going on. And this is not to say that you think you're better than other people, no. But this is just to say that you know what you're capable of. You know that you're talented, right? So because of that, there's always going to be people that nitpick. There's always going to be people that want to try to take you down because you are shining way too bright. But you can be stopping yourself, not the divine, not these people that I'm talking about, but you and how you're thinking about it and how you're going about things. All right. So group number 3, a comforting message is don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back out of fear that things are not going to work out and move in your favor. The 4 of Swords is saying it's time to rest. It's time to take that vacation. It's time to recover. It's time to allow more time to think this through before making a decision. It's time to tend to your garden. It's time to just listen right now, to listen to yourself, to do what you feel is best for you. Okay? So I'm going to shuffle some more cards. One more card. You have the 7 of Cups, a complex decision, needing to do more research, needing to really take your time choosing. So group number 3, choose wisely, right? But also shine bright. The Wheel of Fortune. It's time for positive changes. It's time to move forward. It's time to realize that fortune is on your side. And the more negatively you're thinking, the more bad is going to happen. The Oracle message is saying, reach for the stars. You deserve only the best. And this is all you should be focused on right now at this moment. Your Oracle message from the universe is start where you are. You ain't got to start over in a sense of, because, I was talking about gardening and the garden being ruined, and now you have to kind of like start over. But I want to rephrase that. A lot of you don't have to necessarily start all over in your garden. You just have to kind of pull out certain weeds, replant a few things, and water it down, and everything will be as you left it, but better than before. So the back of the message is saying the great thing about feeling deep, profound, earth-shaking love is that you can start with anyone. The universe. That's your message. That is literally your message. So group number 3, I believe that all you have to do, group number 3, like for real, all you have to do is just say the word. And it'll happen. It'll happen. Just like that. That's all you have to do. You know what you have to do. You know what needs to be done. You're meant to stand out. You're meant to be unique. So continue to do that. Continue to shine. And just know that the comforting message is that no one can stop you. The only one that can stop you is really you. So don't stop you. Keep going. The Wheel of Fortune is on your side. It's great fortune in terms of events for the better. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and stopping on by. It was a pleasure. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear your input, and we'll chat later. Mwah. Bye.